Over 10,000 people have reached the summit of Mount Everest. Thousands have cycled around the world, but no one has ever cycled the length of Namibia's skeleton coast.
Well, this just has to be one of the most isolated and desolate places on Earth.
Explorer Kate Leeming is on a mission to be the first to complete the journey in an unbroken line.
And I can't wait to explore this remote corner of our planet.
Kate is no stranger to extreme expeditions. She has cycled across Siberia, the breadth of the African continent, and through the Arctic regions. Kate's route traces Namibia's entire Atlantic coastline. Starting from the Kunene River in the north, she will cycle through the Forbidden Lands, along windswept beaches, and over the high dunes of the Namib Sand Sea to reach her destination in the south, the Orange River.
This whole thing is a test of the mind. Quite incredible. There's bones everywhere. No wonder it's called the Skeleton Coast.
From remote and punishing terrain.
Skeleton Coast will take me too. I'm suddenly feeling a bit nervous.
A harsh and hampering climate.
Everything's just corroded away. Just turns iron to dust. The Skeleton Coast certainly takes no prisoners.
From facing some of the continent's deadliest wildlife.
Lion footprint.
To experiencing the raw majesty of the desert.
If you're not that fit, you won't survive.
Life here is really not easy.
This ambitious 1,000-mile journey down the spine of the Skeleton Coast will push Kate beyond anything she has ever experienced before. So far, Kate has battled fierce conditions.
The wind is just way more severe today.
Come face to face with desert-adapted lions, and had a life-threatening experience in the desert's high dunes.
We seem to have lost Kate.
My body, my legs especially, more and more tired. It's all about energy management.
It's 7 a.m. and the sun is rising over the Skeleton Coast. Fortunately, the high tide did not send waves surging through the camp as the team feared it might. Kate's decision to camp here turned out to be the right one.
Quite incredible. There's bones everywhere. No wonder it's called the Skeleton Coast. A lot of whale bones. I guess they're the ones that last the longest. But whales migrate up and down the coast here. They sort of get a lot of good food in the cold ocean current. So the strong current pushes them ashore. They get beached. And there's no help out here for the whales either. Sometime this afternoon, a new guide, Simon's going to be joining us. And Simon's an absolute specialist in the area that we're about to head, where I'm probably going to have to go through the sand dunes. Certainly the vehicles can't go through along the beach. And so we have to wait for Simon and get his advice about the route. Well, it's been a long day. Almost 55 k's and just about here. I wasn't expecting that there was a camping place. Anyway, there's no one else there but us, so I might even have a hot shower.
Before heading into the big sand dunes, Kate needs to fix the weak link in her bike, the torn rubber seal on the universal joint.
And a tiny bit of sand's already got in. There's just nothing we can do about it. The idea, right? We'll trim this later, but that has got to fit tight around there without scratching the paint off. So I'm trying to think if we can open it maybe a little more without breaking it. Ah, see? Just watch the cable.
Cable tail.
But it mustn't touch this.
Touch, oh, okay.
So maybe cut here?
Here.
Not too much because no sand.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
a little bit first, so we go more if we need.
Okay.
Yeah, just. Well, let's check it to see how it spins.
Yeah. Right. Okay,
Okay, that's good.
yes, good.
That's very good. That's as good as we got to get, I think.
Heading down the Skeleton Coast, Kate soon reaches the formidable Longavand, a 60-mile wall of sand where the high desert dunes drop sheer to the Atlantic. Cycling amidst this astonishing natural landscape has its own challenges.
We've had to wait for the tide to start going out this morning before we could start. Because you couldn't drive through here otherwise.
With the incoming tide, it is no longer possible to continue along the coast. Kate is forced to turn into the desert and needs the help of the region's experts to navigate through the dunes.
Yeah, I don't know, what were you thinking?
So like now I'm thinking of bombing through there, a little valley there.
Right.
With the line of the transverse dunes.
Where? It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah. So the general.
So we're there, obviously.
Yeah, the general run is like this. So if we can look into like this valley, and then you'll see here, it starts widening up. It's not this crazy stuff. It's bigger, flatter areas. The further inland you go, the wider the valleys become. And then instead of running east-west, and they start running north-south.
The consequences of Kate losing the team here would be very serious. Kate may be motivated, but struggling through the high sand dunes is wearing her down. Accumulated fatigue is pushing Kate to her limit.
The whole thing just requires so much power. So yeah, sure, I can push up one sand dune, I can push up another, but to do that all day long is just really hard. This is the biggest challenge probably of the whole journey.
Kate is spent, but the Namib doesn't let her have anything easy. Every pedal stroke is energy sapping.
I say progressively, my body, my legs especially, a little bit more and more tired each morning. So, and this is a war of attrition as well. It's all about energy management. I mean, the temptation of these kind of surfaces is that I'm going to push and get exhausted very, very fast. I think it comes through a lot of experience of knowing how hard to push. I always try and keep it in a pretty light gear so that I have enough energy for when it gets soft to push through. So a lot of the skill all the time, I'm looking to find the easiest path. So could be that I've seen the vehicle tracks going through a soft bit and try and avoid that. I'm never bored because I'm constantly all day looking for that firmer piece of sand, looking for the more direct route. The fun bit is going down. Oh man, not quite. At lunchtime, we were about 110 kilometres as the crow flies to Lüderitz. So we're getting there. I can see that we're really progressing well, so that really inspires me and motivates me to keep getting there.
At last, Kate and the team are able to return to the coast. But it's not long before they find themselves facing a series of new challenges. The team has to negotiate obstacle after obstacle. Repeatedly forced to clear a path for the vehicles, they must battle every inch of the way. There is no time to lose. When the tide comes in, if they are not clear of the beach, they will be swamped. In this remote and treacherous region, just like the shipwrecks of the Skeleton Coast, broken down vehicles are doomed, never to be recovered.
What's here now? So any time now, it's going to be good for us to cross this section.
And how far is that section?
It's just this little bay.
Oh, little bay?
Yeah, this little bay up ahead here.
So, and that bay is not very long?
No, but that's the only treacherous
bit. So we just need to get across that today?
We need to get across that today. Then there's just a small section of dunes. You could probably go around. I don't think we can go around. There's a bit of rocks, but you'll probably be able to carry your bike over there quite easily.
All right then, bye.
As the team decides to go over the bay, Kate is taking a route around it which has its own risks. It is a race against the tide. Even desert experts struggle to cross the Namib with a 4x4, let alone Kate on a bike. On more than one occasion, it is touch and go as to whether they will make it. Kate continues to haul her bike over the rocks as the team pushes on through the unforgiving desert dunes. wild desert coastline is relentless. Being constantly sandblasted day after day is grinding down Kate's resolve.
Kate, there's a camp spot that we use. It's about 5 k's away from here. Is that good?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 k's, and then it's about a k in just over a dune ridge, and then we're down.
That'll do us. Sounds good.
Okay.
You know, yep.
Okay, good.
You can go and
Go.
set up.
Down to her last drop of energy, Kate's spirit is lifted with the town of Lüderitz now on the horizon. Just 11 days after leaving Swakopmund, Kate has finally made it to Lüderitz. Having cycled nearly 400 miles across some of the most physically demanding terrain on Earth. In 1883, Lüderitz became the first German settlement in southwest Africa when a Hamburg merchant, Adolf Lüderitz, persuaded the German government to place the territory under German protection. In 1909, following the discovery of diamonds nearby, Lüderitz enjoyed a sudden surge in prosperity. Today, its rock-strewn harbor serves as the center of its fishing industry. With the toughest part of the journey behind her, Kate is looking forward to a well-earned rest, and Lüderitz is the perfect place to recuperate. Ten miles east of Lüderitz lies Kolmanskop ghost town. In 1908, during construction of the railway, diamonds were discovered here. Immediately, a 170-mile zone to the south of Lüderitz was annexed by the German Empire for its own exploitation, and German miners rushed to settle here. Driven by the enormous wealth of the first diamond miners, the residents built the settlement in the architectural style of a German town. The town started to decline during World War II as the diamond field slowly depleted, and ultimately it was abandoned in 1956. Once a town so affluent it could afford to hire opera singers from Germany. Today, Kolmanskop is slowly being reclaimed by the surrounding desert. For 110 years, the area south of Kolmanskop has been locked to outsiders. No one has been allowed to enter unless they are strictly working for the diamond mining company. It has taken Kate many months of negotiation to gain access to the Spurgebiet forbidden area.
So Bögenfels is a huge natural arch that juts out over the sea. I think it's about 45 metres tall. I've been really looking forward to actually seeing this incredible landmark. I've just seen photographs of it, but going and seeing the real thing, there's no substitute for that.
It has taken the forces of nature millions of years to carve the exquisite Bögenfels arch out of the Dolomite rock. With the entire area closed to the public, Kate can now count herself as one of the lucky few who have witnessed this natural marvel.
know, this has been an amazing expedition. There's been so much day after day after day pushing towards the finish line, and that should be tomorrow.
Most species found in the Spurgebiet are endemic, making it one of the world's top 25 biodiversity hotspots. Strict security measures have meant the entire region has remained virtually untouched by humans for over a century. Plants and animals have adapted and thrived in this pristine ecosystem. Nestled between the golden dunes of the Namib Desert and the Orange River lies an oasis. The mysterious town of Oranjemund is a sight for Kate's sore eyes.
Namdev phoned and said, for them, my journey ends at the gate. Brilliant. All right, well, we better go through the gate. But for me, the real journey ends at the mouth of the Orange River.
Built solely to service diamond mining, for 85 years Oranjemund was closed to outsiders. Tight restrictions kept visitors at bay, and anyone with a criminal record was not allowed in the town. It is not only Kate who seeks the green sanctuary of Oranjemund streets. Wild oryx freely roam the town, preferring to coexist with the accepting locals. Open to the public since 2017, Oranjemund's immaculate streets are a testament to a proud community, eager to welcome visitors and shine a light on what is Namibia's best-kept secret. Now that mining operations are scaling down, the citizens of Oranjemund are free to leave. But they are choosing to stay and enjoy the region's wonders, to diversify and to write an exciting new chapter in the town's history.
So on the trip we've been seeing oryx out in the wilderness, and they're always so skittish and frightened of us running away in the horizon. But look here. In Oranjemund they just live in the streets.
Having the finish line in sight is a relief and allows Kate to soak up the spirit of this fascinating town and its rich history. Over the final 9 miles, Kate pedals towards the setting sun, savoring every last moment of this magical journey to the mouth of the Orange River. Exhausted but elated, Kate has at last reached her final destination. It has been an unforgettable journey through a truly extraordinary land.
Every journey becomes a little bit part of me, and it becomes a part of who I am. And learn from those things and grow from them. There were some really tough times when everything was against me. Everything was against me. It was the wind, it was the sand, it was the tide, it was those enormous sand dunes. But if actually, just by sticking at it, even if it seems hopeless at the time, just by moving through, we've pulled it off. So that's pretty cool.